Your neighbor just pulled into the driveway. Nice car. Sleek. Quiet. Looks like something a dentist would drive to a golf tournament. And you think, whatever. Big mistake. Because that thing just ran a 0 to 60 in under 3 seconds. It has more horsepower than a Lamborghini Huracan, and it costs less than a fully optioned Range Rover. That's the thing about luxury coupes in 2026. They've been quietly closing in on supercar territory, and most people have no idea. Today, we're going through 9 of them. 9 luxury coupes that will embarrass dedicated supercars off the line, down the straight, and sometimes around the whole track. These are not race cars. They have back seats, climate control, massaging seats, lane assist, and they will absolutely destroy you. Let's go. Number 9. The Mercedes CLE 53 AMG. And we're starting with the sleeper of the group. This thing looks like a very nice Mercedes coupe. Elegant, understated, gets valet parked without anyone raising an eyebrow. The kind of car that blends into a hotel drop-off line without anyone turning their head. That anonymity is the whole point. Then you find out what's underneath. A 3-liter turbocharged inline-6 with an integrated starter generator, an extra 23 horsepower on demand. Total output, 443 horsepower, 413 pound-feet of torque. 0 to 60, 3.9 seconds. Top speed, 174 miles per hour. Context, the Ferrari 360 Modena, a genuine Ferrari supercar, does 0 to 60 in 4.5 seconds. The CLE 53 is faster. In a coupe with heated armrests and a 64-color ambient lighting system. Inside, it's every bit the modern Mercedes. The MBUX interface spans a wide curved display. The seats hold you firmly without announcing that they're doing it. The ride is composed, quiet, confident. Nothing about it screams fast. That's the trap. You don't feel how fast you're going until you look down and realize you've committed several crimes. Number 8. The Audi RS5 Coupe. A wolf in cashmere clothing. The wide body kit and quad exhaust give it away to enthusiasts, but to everyone else, just a nice Audi. Under the hood, a 2.9-liter twin-turbo V6, 444 horsepower, quattro all-wheel drive, relentless traction in any condition, 0 to 60, 3.7 seconds. A car that seats 4 adults, that you can drive daily in rain and snow, 3.7 seconds to 60. That beats the Porsche Boxster S from just 10 years ago, considered a proper sports car. Not anymore. What Audi has done with the RS5 is almost unfair to the rest of the segment. The Quattro system doesn't just send power to all 4 wheels, it reads the road, reads your inputs, and distributes torque with a precision that makes the car feel surgically planted at all times. You don't fight it, you aim it. In real-world conditions, cold and wet, the RS5 beats a lot of current sports cars too, because Quattro simply never gives up. The exhaust has a voice, low, authoritative, confident, fast without needing to announce it. Number 7. The Maserati Gran Turismo. And this one is not trying to be subtle. It's one of the most beautiful cars in production right now. The long hood, the sweeping roofline, Italian proportions that look both classic and completely modern. It belongs in a museum and on a racetrack at the same time. In trophy spec, a twin-turbocharged Nettuno V6 derived from Maserati's Formula racing program, 542 horsepower, 0 to 60, 3.5 seconds, top speed 198 miles per hour. The Nettuno engine uses pre-chamber combustion technology borrowed directly from Formula One. That is not marketing language. That is a racing innovation in a road car that you can drive to dinner. And the sound, one of the greatest exhaust notes in production today, not speaker amplified, actual mechanical combustion music. There's a rawness to it that modern engineering usually irons out. Maserati kept it. Good. The interior wraps you in leather and carbon and Italian craftsmanship that no spreadsheet can fully justify. You buy this car because it makes you feel something. That's a perfectly legitimate reason. Number 7 makes the least logical sense of anything on this list and somehow the most irresistible. Number 6, the BMW M4 Competition. And this one is not hiding anything. Enormous grille, wide arches, aggressive exhausts. It wants you to know. The S58 engine, a 3-liter twin-turbo inline-6, is one of the finest performance engines built by anyone right now. 503 horsepower, 479 pound-feet of torque in xDrive spec. 0 to 60, 3.4 seconds. The original Dodge Viper SRT-10, a brutal, terrifying rear-wheel drive American supercar, the 0 to 60 in 3.9 seconds. The M4 competition is half a second quicker, while being easier to drive, safer, more comfortable, and available with a back seat. The rear-wheel drive version rewards skilled drivers with precision that approaches race car feedback. The xDrive version gives you all of that with traction for every road. What Audi deserves credit for is how little compromise at either end of the equation. It's genuinely fast, not just fast for a road car, but fast against dedicated performance machinery. And it's genuinely comfortable, not in a tolerable on a long drive sense, but in a you arrive relaxed sense. The adaptive suspension absorbs the real world without softening the car's responses when you ask for them. Track day car, daily driver, canyon destroyer, long distance cruiser. Number 5. The Aston Martin DB11. And this one is stopping people on the street. One of the most stunning objects currently being manufactured on planet Earth. The proportions, the surfacing, the way light moves across the bodywork. It belongs in a museum and on a racetrack at the same time. In AMR spec, a 5.2-liter twin-turbo V12, 630 horsepower, 516 pound-feet of torque. 0 to 60, 3.5 seconds. Top speed, 208 miles per hour. 208 miles per hour. It breaks 200 in a Grand Touring, hand-built in England with leather stitched by hand. That top speed puts it alongside the Lamborghini Huracan Evo, a dedicated mid-engine supercar with no back seat and significantly more drama to live with every day. The DB11 will do 208 miles per hour, then drive you home quietly, with that V12 burbling at idle like it's barely awake. It's the automotive equivalent of a retired athlete. You'd never guess from the way they carry themselves how dangerous they still are. Every car on this list is fast. The DB11 has a soul. Number 4. The Bentley Continental GT Speed. This car weighs over 5,000 pounds. It's a large, heavy, supremely luxurious coupe designed to ferry royalty between castles. 0 to 60 miles per hour, 3.2 seconds. That number should not be possible. The W12, a 6.0-liter twin-turbo unique to Bentley, produces 659 horsepower and 664 pound-feet of torque. The torque simply overwhelms the car's own mass with brute instantaneous force. Top speed, 208 miles per hour, same as the Aston Martin in a car that weighs as much as a small tank. A 48-volt active anti-roll system physically defies physics in corners. A car this heavy should understeer into the scenery. Instead, it rotates, grips, and corners with an authority that is genuinely unsettling. The interior is the finest of anything on this list. Hand-stitched leather, a rotating dashboard that flips between wood veneer, screens, and analog gauges. The audio system costs more than some of the cars in this video. The seats remember 17 things about you. The whole experience communicates in every possible way that money has been applied without limit. And then you put your foot down and the whole cathedral moves. Number 4. The car you buy when you want to go 200 miles per hour and feel like a head of state doing it. Number 3. The Porsche 911 Turbo S. It looks, from the outside, almost identical to a regular 911. Almost. 3.7-liter twin-turbo flat-six, 640 horsepower, 590 pound-feet of torque. 0 to 60, 2.6 seconds. That is the same 0 to 60 as the Ferrari SF90 Stradale, a hybrid hypercar that costs 3 times as much with no daily usability. Top speed, 205 miles per hour. The 911 Turbo S is statistically one of the fastest accelerating road cars in production at any price point. And it will deliver that performance reliably, repeatedly, in the rain, in the cold, on any surface, every single time. That's what Porsche does. They build cars that are faster in the real world than cars that are theoretically faster on paper. The 911 Turbo S is not the most dramatic car on this list. It doesn't need to be. It has already won the argument before the argument starts. The launch control is almost offensive. Plant both feet, release the brake, and you don't accelerate, you teleport. Number 2. The Mercedes-AMG GT63S E-Performance, the most powerful series production AMG ever built. A 4.0-liter twin-turbo V8 combined with an electric rear axle motor. Total output, 831 horsepower. 831! 0 to 60, 2.9 seconds. Top speed, 196 miles per hour. 4 seats, full Mercedes interior, all the technology and comfort of the S-Class ecosystem, and 831 horsepower. The Lamborghini Aventador SVJ, the most extreme track-focused version of Lamborghini's flagship supercar, produces 759 horsepower. The AMG has 72 more, with a back seat. The electric motor eliminates turbo lag entirely, creating an acceleration curve that feels supernatural. You ask? It delivers instantly. There's no build, no pause, no moment where the engine finds its breath. Just force, immediately, in whatever quantity you requested. And it sounds like the apocalypse, in the best possible way.